Yeah, it's a 3-for-1 there. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we're bringing you another free-to-play deck for beginners. This is Azorius Tempo, or Azorius Flash / Flyers. There's a few cards in here that aren't Flyers, like Brimore Cutthroat, so I don't want to say that it is strictly a Flyers deck, but the majority is. This deck is really good. I'm able to push through gold without any problems, smashing my opponents. It really does depend on your draw hand, though, with the best of one shuffler. You know how it gets in its moods, right? So, as always, we're going to take a look at the deck list, talk about the strategy, get into today's gameplay footage, and then come full circle with our closing thoughts. If this is your first time finding the channel, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you find any value within this video. So, our deck list. 4 Healer Hawks. This is our first one drop. It's a 1/1 flying and lifelink, right? Pretty basic. Spectral Sailor, another 1/1 flash flying. You can pay 4, draw a card. Brimborn Cutthroat. This is a 2/1, our first 2-drop. It has Flash, which is nice, and then whenever you cast a spell during your opponent's turn, put a 1/1 counter on Brimborn Cutthroat. That's incredible. Fairy Vandal, a 1/2 with Flash flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on Fairy Vandal. Colossus Dismissal, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, amass 1, which means making a zombie creature token. If you already have one, it's going to get 1 strength and toughness bigger. Keep Safe, an instant. Counter target spell that targets a permanent you control. Draw a card, that's great. Quench ×4, counter target spell unless its controller pays 2, that's pretty neat. Starlit Mantle, Flash, enchant creature you control. When Starlit Mantle enters the battlefield, enchanted creature gains hexproof until end of turn and also gains +1/+1. We have 4 copies of Dovin's Veto, an instant. This spell cannot be countered, counter target non-creature spell. Staggering Insight, what the deck is based around. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1, has lifelink, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So that is awesome. That is our tempo play. Moving on, we have 3 Sinister Sabotages. Counter target spell, Surveil 1. These are accompanied by 9 planes, 13 islands, no sideboard because it is a best of 1 deck. Let's talk about the strategy. If you've not seen our other Azorius Tempo videos, be sure to check that out. This is an updated guide for Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths, of course. We've not really added too much to it, right? We have Keep Safe, which is the new card that I really like. Counter target spell that targets permanent you control, and draw a card. So Tempo is based on countering spells and drawing cards while dealing consistent chip damage in the air. So this kind of helps us do all of those things minus the damage. The draw can help us find a creature that does that damage though. So let's first, before we talk about the strategy of the match, let's discuss opening hand, what we want our draw hand to be like. We definitely 100% need an island and we need a plains. That's our first checklist, right? We go through our checklist, right? We have both of our lands, perfect. Next, we need a 1-drop, right? Whether it's a Healer Hawk or a Spectral Sailor. We really need a 1-drop. That's second on our list. Third on our list is having Staggering Insight. If you have Staggering Insight in your hand with these 2 other options, boom, you just hit check number 3. And then we still have more cards available in our hand. So the last card that we really are going to want is probably some sort of counter, right? Whether it be protection for Starlit or a quench to protect or even a sabotage. Something that's going to set that pace, right? So you get that first counter in when he tries to remove your Staggering Insight creature, and then it doesn't work. He loses his card. He spends all his mana, and then you get to go in again. And then hopefully the idea is Staggering Insight just keeps drawing you new counter cards to keep countering him, right? So that's basically it. Everything on top of this is gravy. We have things like Brimborn Cutthroat. Whenever you counter a spell or play one of your flash creatures on your opponent's turn, he's going to get bigger and badder, so that's really nice. Fairy Vandal has very high synergy with Staggering Insight. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on Fairy Vandal. We can also trigger this through our Spectral Sailor, his 4-cost draw card ability on our turn, not on our opponent's turn. We'll have to do it twice on our opponent's turn if we want to do that, which we probably don't. We'd rather counter things. Keep Safe is great if he targets your creature. Quench on things early on in the game, right? Try to prioritize your quench first and foremost, and save things like your Sinister Sabotage for later because it is a hard counter and he's not going to be able to get around it by paying any mana cost. Starlit Mantle, Keep Safe are strictly to protect your Staggering Insight creature. Dovin's Veto, don't use this on anything but field wipes, probably, right? You could try to use it on Planeswalkers if it's going to screw your game up, but really use it on field wipes. That's the only thing that we cannot deal with consistently that really gets us, because we can use our our Starlit Mantle and our Keep Safe to protect a single target. So it's just when he doesn't target the creature that we get into trouble. And for that, we have Quench, Dovin's Veto, and Sinister Sabotage. So there's still lots to deal with those threats, but it's just going to be a matter of getting them out of your library into your hand and then having the mana available to counter your opponent. So the main thing is the draw hand. Get those both colors, get the flyer or a creature out of the gate right away, get Staggering Insight on it, and then just start countering your opponent's spells. I think we did a really good job today of demonstrating how this is going to be done if you don't fully understand what I'm trying to explain. So that's it, you guys. That's the whole deck. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. I love your company. The most important thing you can do is join our Discord. Just go introduce yourself and then check out our competitions and giveaways tab to get your hand in that cookie jar, right? So thanks again for watching. If you found any value, like I said, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit that bell icon so you're notified of our future uploads. Let's get into today's gameplay footage. Have we been rewarded with both colors of land? Wow. That's been the hardest thing of today's games. This, pulling consistent creatures off the start, and then getting our Staggering Insight, I guess. Hopefully we can get our Cutthroat in play. Let's play it now. You can only bounce one. And that lets us still get the kill.
Here we go. I'm getting too old for this.
We get a nice knock-in on his Teferi, avoiding Shatter the Sky, which he could plus speed on us, right? Instant speed with Teferi's +1 ability. You may cast sorcery or instants. I guess just sorceries. Anytime you could cast an instant, so yeah, we need to avoid a Shatter here.
I am not making this up as I go.
I doubt he's got it. Right? Yeah. Just slowly waiting here. There we go. Maybe we should have hit him with everything. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, we should have. Whoops.
Don't make another move.
We all make happy little mistakes like that. We can't use our keep safe anyways with his Teferi on the field, so let's just aggro out with our creatures. A Hushbringer. So we're not seeing Shatter the Sky. That's really nice.
I've got time.
Let's make sure we get him this time. Let's kill it, keep our counterspell up. Wow, very nice. So Teferi doesn't die, so we can just do the draw. Man, this... Oh, we can get him. Oh no, this is his turn. No, this is our turn. So Fairy Vandal's gonna take up here, right? Which still kills Teferi.
Suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
And now we can flash the Sailor in. So we dealt with that. That's a little bit of an annoyance. Oh my god. We spent so much of our time on that Teferi. Hydroid Krasis, which we cannot counter. Let's toss our Vandal in. Throw our Healer Hawk in play, why not? End our turn. Nissa is so good, you guys. Let's nip that in the butt. We already have a keep safe, so let's toss the second. He's not really been targeting us too much. I guess the borrowers did, but... we can use our Sailors as a draw engine if we need. Ouch. Just 6 land. Into another big Krasis. Passing. We really want to rely on our Cutthroat now, I think, and our Vandal. Let's get them up as high as we can. I'm using Keep Safe over Negate because it allows us to draw a card, which is nice. We have our Sailor or a Quench available. We should have tapped the land differently. That's fine, I guess. Sailor. Cutthroat goes up. He can play his borrowers. Oh, he's got a bounce. Wow, we should have really kept Keep Safe up. Let's pass. Rhineborn's getting strong. Right, that's okay. That's really good for our Cutthroat. I'm going for it. It really needs to stop tapping our islands automatically. Let's end our turn. Just try to ride this cutthroat out. He's used 3 of his borrowers already. He only has 1 more. We have our veto for his next Nissa. So that's nice. Kind of screws up his whole turn. We still have a quench if he wants to be sassy about something else. That's actually not a bad trade for me, I don't think. The mantle's really nice. No combat yet. Still passing our turn. This is the slowest tempo match ever. So it's still our turn, so we're going to let this resolve. He's down to 3 cards in his hand with a Castle Vantress on the field, so he can scry to his heart's desire. He only has 1 mana up, I believe. Right, that's tapped. I just see 1. So let's quench this. That mass manipulation is hot. Right? Let's play our Fairy Vandal, click up our Brineborn Cutthroat again. And there it is, finally. Let's put this on our boy. Right? 6, 7, 8, 9 he could hit us for. I'm bouncing the borrower. Everybody goes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 15. No, sorry, 17 damage with no blocks. And we can keep safe if he tries to bounce something. Alright, so that's nice. We get his life way down. We go way up. I'm not going to spend mana with our Sailor this turn for our Vandals. I'd rather hold up Keep Safe and our Mantle at this point. And we go the distance, I think, you guys. So this is pretty funny. We get to keep safe, mass manipulation. It's just, that's a cheap counter for that. Good game, you guys. He can't handle it. Woof! Hand looks fine, right? I'm not complaining. Putting your Insight on a Healer Hawk isn't ideal, but if that's all you can do, go for it, get it done. Do your best, right? Alright, we know he's holding a counterspell. It's a counterspell or a Scry 2, Omen of the Sea. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I often listen to music while we stream on Twitch, and sometimes, more than not, actually, I forget it. Right? So the music will be on, and it'll totally ruin the YouTube video. Not today, though, you guys. So we have a couple options here. That being our first. We probably should have let it hit and just killed him. Right? He's got no counter spells here, so we can hit, draw a card. We need a land. Thank you. We also need to avoid Shatter the Sky. Oh! Oh no! We see less Shatter the Sky with the new meta. I'll admit, right? The older this card gets now, the less we're going to see it, which is really beneficial to most of us. Probably seeing a counter here. Passing our turn. Okay, he's going to scry 2 more. Fae of Wishes into the sideboard. Doubt it. Dovin's Veto, I will definitely allow. That's a hot pick. He's got way more land than us. Doesn't feel good, that's for sure. Alright, Fairy Vandal can come. I'm sure we'll see a counter here. Nope. Ending our turn. We have no hard counters. We can dismiss his Yorn if he spends all his mana on it. Let's Vandal out again. Things aren't looking too terrible, admittedly. They don't look great, but it could be much worse. Let's veto that. Another dismissal could help us, right? We can bounce this bird twice in a row. Alright, Narset hits for the second time. Good for him. Alright, let's see what he gets. Nothing! He whiffed. That's so good. We're gonna bounce his Narset. That lets us do 3 damage a turn. He's vetoing that? Interesting. Okay. Okay. Let's end our turn. We do need the second for his bird if he plays it. And he does get it. Dirty dog. He had it before as well, so that's a thing. Are we going to Staggering Insight our dismissal? Bouncing his Narset's pretty cool.
Past, present, and future are bound by threads of time.
It forces him to replay it. In which case, we can get our Sailor out without the Essence Scatter being an issue. Oh, Mystical Speed will get us, though. Oh, and he has more land than I thought as well. Like, a lot more. Let's try to pull that Scatter out, and then he can still dispute us because of his 3 available mana. So, kind of sucks. Oh, but he used an Absorb. Instead of double countering, he used just 1. We need a really good draw off the top here.
Focus and discipline encounter no
Negative.
obstacles.
We're going in deep. All he needs is his 3rd Shatter, and that's going to be game for us, right? It's kind of what happens when you get into these control matches, and you can't close them out early enough. So it's right there. I have no doubt that we're going to see that slam. We can't counter his 2nd Fae. Takes mass manipulation. Keep safe helps us from that, I guess, at least.
Keep an open mind.
Birth MLTs for more land, which he does not need. Omen of the Sea. Probably has time wipe. LOL. I'd say this is basically game. He's got it wrapped up. He's got a thick mitt, you guys. Five, 6, plus 3. Yeah. Let's just draw it out. He tossed his Dispute, which I find strange. I almost don't mind that. Right? I would like Castle Vantress, though. That's a nice addition to the deck, if you can afford it. Let's get that off the field, that's for sure. Just burnt through all of our counter spells, showing them that we could do it. Now the game's over. I think it's been over for a while, though. Right, we're not playing any creatures. He's done a really good job at killing all of those, right? We did go the distance, though, with him, which is always nice. We have a string of play. I hope he brings a Teferi out. Not his Yawnin or whatever. Which you know that's what he's taking. Right? Of course he is. Then it bounces. The ECD. Oh, he takes Teferi. We have to play it now. So he's going to bounce it. Or we just see his Essence Scatter. Shit. Alright, we need another creature now. Flash is no longer an option. That's not it. He's down to 42 cards. Does he have kill commands? Right? He's got, what, 3 more ECDs? 2 more ECDs? I'm sure he has Dream Trawlers in there as well. Let's be honest. Dova's Veto doesn't hurt.
I've got it.
We have one more Sailor to grab. Another Healer Hawk. Oh no, we have 3 Healer Hawks. No, 1 Healer Hawk and 3 Sailors. Sailor would be nice because that's a draw engine for us.
Trust me, I have a plan.
We can't put our insight on it with the Fairy on the field because he'll just bounce it and we'll lose it. He's down to 36. He's almost passing us. Narset helps him dig more.
Cannot perceive beyond the veil of reality are lost.
Let's get out there again, right? Let's try it. Loving it.
Don't worry, I got this.
We need more vetoes for his Elspeth Conquers Death. Castle Ardenvale can kill us too. Shoot.
That's more like it.
Really drawn through his library. We're at 22. He's all the way down to 28 now. All right, let's take our draws. Oh, we only get to do one because Narset. LOL. Always forgetting about that. Azorius control with Agent of Treachery. What a spicy blend. He's gonna start taking our lands. Right, Teferi's absolutely saving him in this duel, crushing us. Most of our stuff is instant speed, and yeah, we cannot do that. $27 cards is still a lot. I don't think he's going to mill himself, really. We're all the way down to 20.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
I mean, it only makes sense for him to start taking our lands, I guess. I don't know. He may as well. He's not been activating his castles, which I really appreciate. Unless I can pull a Colossus Dismissal and not have it countered, this ECD is going to kill us. Right? $25 cards in deck. We're down to 18. He's really slowed down his drawing. Bounces his ECD. That's always a great option. Plays it again on nothing. Could have... Okay. Okay. I see it. It's there. Yeah, baby. So there's the Trawler. Again. Let's double him up. We have nothing to deal with it, so that's game. Our draw hand does look a little bit better, and we get to go first. Still, I would really like to see maybe just some more creatures in the deck. It feels like it's a little heavy and really relying on the Spectral Sailor. We do have the Healer Hawk in there as well, but we've not seen that yet in our draw hand. Spectral Sailor has Flash. I'm just in a hurry, I guess. Right? We should hold that in our hand always. Play on the end of our opponent's step. We're not punished for it here, thankfully. And now we have protection through our Starlit Mantle. Looking for planes. This is nice. We do have counter spells up. Ooh, that's a big old Godzilla. Crystalline Giant with the Ozolith. Pretty cool combo. Let's go ahead and nip that in the butt. Take the Surveil. Looking for planes. There it is. Let's keep getting that chip damage in. That Godzilla art is so sick, right? I absolutely love the mech Godzilla. Easily my favorite. He's casting it again. Wow. I guess let's nip that right in the butt one more time. Staggering Insight is exactly what we're looking for, so this is really nice. And then we even have Keep Safe up in our hand to protect us. So this is working a lot better. But you'll notice that Spectral Sailor is still our only creature, so again, we might want to look at editing that total up and maybe taking these Lob Mage's Binding out. So I don't mind this. He's going to draw a bunch of cards, but he's also taking damage, right? So we let that hit, and now we start countering the other things that he drew rather than that card. So then he's taking his own chip damage. Because it's whenever you cast, not whenever it enters. So whenever he casts a spell, he's going to take damage, and then we're going to counter it, and he basically just took 1 damage, and we surveilled 1. So that's always great. Dovin's Veto is just what we like to see as well. More land, do not mind that. This game's over, right? If he's got like Shatter the Sky, we can counter it. If he has single target removal, we can counter that. Something like Doom Foretold, easily counterable, right? Let's go ahead and scoop that up. So now he's essentially just lost life for nothing. Paid 4 mana to lose 1 life. Again, we do have our Heartless Act, which is great. Or he has a Heartless Act and we have a counter that's ready for it, I should say. Let's play our Vandal. That's going to put a counter on our... Oh, no, it doesn't. Does it not count the first card I drew on my draw step, maybe, because it wasn't on the field for that, I guess. Hopefully we survive removal, right? We do. That's great. So we've went out on a limb twice and made ourselves vulnerable, but both times he wasn't able to follow through. All right, Quench in the house. Let's just hit the hen house, right? He's low enough. More lands, always appreciative. Let's do that instant speed, right? Let's see where we get with it. Vigilance. Let's block down his life gain here. And he can hit us for 3, that's fine. Good game. And then we just close him out next turn. Alright, if we've learned anything, draw hand's important. There's no creatures here, so let's toss it. 2 Sailors plus a Healer Hawk. I'm going to keep 6 and toss a Sailor. Right? Are we on the play or the draw? I think we're on the draw. No, we're on the play. Very cool. Healer Hawk can go first, right? I don't anticipate shock right out of the gate. And now we're ready to fly. Quite literally. We have our Quench and then our Sailor if we don't need it. Scorpion's pretty annoying to me. But if it only does 1 damage and we always outpace it, does it matter? No. Footlight Fiend, also only ever doing 1 damage. I'm not concerned. I would rather counter, and it's going to be really hard here because we're just going to go in for it. Hopefully we survive. Hopefully. Or do we save it until we have land and can protect it? No, let's go for it. Right? Let's draw an island. Open up this Quench. Oh, we've already played land this turn, though. That would have been cool, though. That would have been cool. So we're vulnerable. We absolutely need our Spectral Sailor to survive. He does. He does. No shock. No shock. No shock. No shock. Oh my god, you guys. Nice. Nice. So this is like really good, groovy. Let's draw more counter spells. Perfect. So we're totally set up here again. Anything big that he has, we can easily deal with. Right, he's pushing into that Obosh, which we really want to nip in the butt. We would 100% need to draw a counter next turn. I think we can. Cauldron Familiar is fine. Another quench. Oh, beautiful. Right, let's get that tempo hidden. Draw another counter spell. Nah. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. He's going to play a land, plays Obosh, and get that quench straight out. Let's veto the oven. It's pretty good, right? We don't want him running rampant with the cat. And then we can quench the Mayhem Devil. Wow. Is that a spicy brew or what? Land goes in. Hammerhead hits home base. Draws that counter spell. Absolutely loving it. That's as easy as that, right? And we're still at 23 life, right? Because the life gain is able to offset any damage he does. That was his last hope. Woof. Hand looks a little bit better. Pretty heavy on land, but we have a creature with 2 counter spells. Let's look for our Staggering Insight. 7%. Not too shabby. Quench is an option here. Probably going to use it. Right? It's an easy decision for us. This is going to be really nice too, especially if we can pull another counter spell. Right? We're just tossing the counters out right now. I'm going to take that quench. Right? Just ride the counter spell wave. We can quench and Fairy Vandal, which is quite nice. Double Vandal? Wow, that's lucky. Good for us. They both are going to count up. Very groovy. Let's play our Healer Hawk as well. Get that Summoning Sickness gone. Our only flyer without Flash. It's a 1-drop though, so it's pretty easy to sneak in, right? That's a good game. Oh my god, that hurts. Let's spread the value. Drawing 2 cards. One of them's going to be a counter. Yeah, it is. Loving it. Then we just ride the draw into the counter spells, right? That's what it's all about. Easy. Draw hand doesn't look bad, but we're going to risk it for the biscuit. Here's the Insight. Here's our Cutthroat. That's way better. Let's toss our Mantle. Let's toss an Island. Greedy, right? If you guys are fellow greedy guts, let me know. Are you always taking hands that are way too good and then don't pay out? I am. Sometimes they do pay out though, and it's worth it for me. So that's fine. We're gonna play our Cutthroat. There's no threat to him. He's totally tapped. So let's hold on, right? Let's try to draw another plains and just protect it the old-fashioned way, right? Just an old-fashioned cutthroat's not bad. It ticks up. It gets dangerous. Right? This is something we definitely would like to counter. Narset's OP. You just, oh, I guess we can't see those lines again, right? So this makes it really hard. All day we've been playing with a little bit of a graphic error. Quench doesn't show its art. It's just a black cube. Doesn't even show the can't find art thing. And then whenever something targets something, we're unable to see the line, right? That's showing us what's targeting what. So this actually makes things very hard in this deck because our Starlit Mantle gives something hexproof, and we don't really want to play that until we know what's being targeted. But we actually have no way of knowing. We can guess, so that's today's game. That's the fun of it. All right, let's go for it. Right? So we can't see that it's been blocked at all, right? It's kind of a bummer. We really need to survive this turn. I played Staggering Insight because we didn't have a hard counter. All we had is protection. And the only time we need protection is when he already has Staggering Insight on him. So this is kind of like a jump in and hope. Okay, Luca is not good, right? So he can minus and into an agent. Wow. Land looks good. We're going to keep it. We have 3 Vandals in hand, plus a Sailor. This could get out of hand. Umori, not good. Probably mono black Umori. Yeah. That's a pretty cool Triome. And he's got the art for them as well. Man, that's cool. Let's do it. We just need to survive one turn, right? If we can avoid removal just for this one turn, we're going to be okay. It's a creature-only deck, so I think we're going to be okay, actually. Right? Avoiding reach is going to be the big thing. Paradise Druid won't do it. We're going to be really greedy. Right? That's way too greedy. He should remove it this turn. Luckily, we can just put it on our Vandal, which is just as good. In return, but really needing to avoid removal. We do. Okay, so we see Saltai mutate. We're going to want to get the kill in before Sterix floods the field. Oh, that's a lot of life gain. 2 cards as well, plus a tick. No land, though. So again, we're still suspect to removal. We should be protecting ourselves. That's what the deck's about, but we're being way too greedy. It's going to bite us for sure. Okay, Poliwag's okay. 3 lands still. 1 cheaper so he can cast for 4. Alright, he's going to gain a bunch of life here. We're going to lose a few. Right, not too much though. Still no reach on the field. He can cast for 2. Alright, this is good. We have lethal next turn, so let's just play it safe and protect our creatures. Bouncing this would be pretty good as well. Yeah, it's a 3-for-1 there. Beautiful. Colossus Dismissal works so good on Mutate. I guess we'll keep 7. This is not a great draw hand, but it does have both of our lands, and we have a couple 1-drops into a 2-drop, into some potential counters later, so it's not bad. Let's get some life gain out. I'm worried about a Deafening Clarion. I'm only countering it because it's a 2-for-1. We get rid of his Stomp and we get rid of the Bone Crusher Giants. So that's kind of nice to do, right? We're back into counter range here, which is really nice. If we don't have to counter, we can empty our mana with creatures, which is ideal. That's a very nice Sabotage. Quench is really good too. Let's leave that there. Getting that chip damage in. You know it. Alright, 4 cards left in our opponent's hand. 3 our turn, which means Cutthroat comes first. Into our Vandal. Now we have protection. And more damage. Let's end turn. Luckily, he doesn't have enough mana to prevent our Quench. Brineborn goes up. That's a good game. This was our upgraded guide for Azorius Tempo and Ikoria Layer of Behemoths. I think it does pretty good. We've not changed too much. We've done some balancing within the deck itself on older cards. I think this deck is getting better and stronger as we continue. And we have great new cards to introduce into our intermediate and expert versions, which will be coming out in the following days. Like Sea Dasher Octopus comes to mind right away, right? So that's going to make the deck just that much more powerful. Thanks for watching, you guys. I really appreciate your continued support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. We're live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. Join our Discord, all those great things. But more importantly than all of that, just have a great day, you guys. Go enjoy the sun. Get that smile. Just say thank you. Yeah. Appreciate you and thank you, right? Go have a great day and take care.